Bukayo Saka is about to become Arsenal's highest paid player at £300,000 per week. But here's what nobody's telling you. He has 4 goals in 19 Premier League matches this season and has never won a major trophy as a contributing player. By the end of this video, you'll know whether Arsenal's golden boy is actually elite or the most overrated player in the Premier League. Before we continue, quick ask. If you want more player breakdown videos like this, hit subscribe right now. 99.6% of you guys aren't subscribed yet. Takes 1 second. But first, I need your take. Is Bukayo Saka overrated or underrated? Comment your honest opinion right now before I show you the full evidence. The setup. What makes this conversation so controversial comes down to one thing. Saka is universally loved. Arsenal's academy took him in at age 7 back in 2008, and on November 29th, 2018, at just 17 years and 86 days old, he made his professional debut against Vorskla Poltava in the Europa League. Bukayo means adds to happiness in Yoruba, the language of his Nigerian parents, and he's a practicing Christian who reads the Bible every night, did well in school with 4 A stars and 3 A's in his GCSEs, and has shown incredible mental resilience bouncing back from racist abuse after missing that Euro 2020 penalty. We're not here to talk about character, though. We're here to talk about whether he's overrated as a footballer, and the numbers tell a story that Arsenal fans aren't going to want to hear. The 2025-26 Premier League season shows the decline in stark terms. And here's where everyone gets it wrong. The evidence. 4 goals in 19 matches after playing 1,425 minutes works out to 0.25 goals per 90 minutes. 0.25. Think about that number for a second. That ranks Saka 65th out of 375 Premier League players who've played 3 or more matches, and he's currently 25th in the Premier League goal-scoring charts. 2 seasons ago, in 2023-24, he scored 16 Premier League goals and was ranked 6th. But last season, in 2024-25, he dropped to 6 goals. And this season, he's on pace for even fewer. Now watch this. Shooting numbers reveal efficiency problems that can't be ignored. 46 shots this season, with only 19 on target, gives him a shooting accuracy of 41.30%. And he scores 1 goal for every 11.50 shots, which is terrible efficiency for an elite winger since elite forwards typically convert 1 goal per 5 to 7 shots. Touches in the opponent's box tell an even bigger story. The 2023-24 season saw Saka record 146 touches in the opponent's box, but that dropped to 81 touches last season, and this season he's down to just 37 touches in the box. 37. That's a 74.66% decrease from 2 seasons ago, which means he's not just scoring less because his finishing is poor, but rather because he's getting into dangerous positions far less frequently. I bet most of you think the injury explains everything. Let me show you why that's not the full story. On December 21st, 2024, Saka suffered a serious hamstring injury against Fulham and was sidelined for over 3 months, not returning until late March 2025. Before that injury, he'd started the 2024-25 season brilliantly, with 9 goals and 14 assists in his first 24 appearances. But here's the problem. It's now January 2026, nearly 10 months after he returned from that injury, and his form still hasn't recovered. Here's what nobody's talking about. Crossing accuracy sits at 23.44%, which means 76.56% of his crosses don't find a teammate. And his aerial ability is poor, with only 7 aerial duels won out of 19, contested for a 36.8% success rate, ranking him 199th in the league. Real quick, if this breakdown is valuable, smash that like button. And hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss my Jude Bellingham expose dropping next Tuesday. Now we're getting to the real question, and this is when things get really interesting. The complication. Bukayo Saka has never won a major final in his career, and that's the elephant in the room that defines the overrated argument. 1 FA Cup from 2019-20 technically sits in his trophy cabinet, but he was an unused substitute in that final. 2 Community Shields from 2020 and 2023 are there too. But many don't consider those major trophies, which means his trophy cabinet as a contributing player consists of at most 3 trophies, and realistically, just 2 community shields if we're being honest about it. Arsenal finished second in the Premier League in 2022 to 2023, losing to Manchester City by 5 points, then finished second again in 2023 to 2024, losing to City by just 2 points, and finished second again in 2024 to 2025, this time losing to Liverpool by 10 points. 3 consecutive years as runners-up. England's pattern continues the same way. Euro 2020 final against Italy at Wembley on July 11th, 2021, when Saka was just 19 years old, saw him take the decisive 5th penalty in the shootout, and Gianluigi Donnarumma saved it while England lost. 3 years later, at Euro 2024, England reached the final again and lost to Spain, and Saka was there for that one too. Check this stat. When it comes to finals, when everything is on the line, he's 0 for 4. Now here's the controversial part. At what point do we stop calling someone unlucky and start asking if they just can't win when it matters? Do you agree? Or am I missing something? Let me know in the comments. 1,901 days after missing that Euro 2020 penalty, on July 6, 2024, in the Euro 2024 quarterfinal against Switzerland, Saka scored a stunning 80-minute equalizer, a curled strike that forced extra time, then stepped up and converted his penalty in the shootout as the 3rd penalty taker. Man of the match while playing as a right wing-back, an unfamiliar position, and that moment was redemption for Saka personally, while showing incredible mental strength. England still went on to lose the Euro 2024 final to Spain though. Another runners-up medal, another final lost. At some point, the question becomes whether he's actually a winner or just a very good player who consistently falls short when it matters most. And this is the moment that proves everything. Let me show you something. Salary numbers show where the overrated label really sticks. Saka currently earns £195,000 per week. But here's the context. 29 Premier League players currently earn more than him. Mohamed Salah earns between £350,000 and £480,000 per week. Erling Haaland earns £375,000 per week. And even at Arsenal, Kai Havertz currently earns £280,000 per week, making him Arsenal's highest paid player ahead of Saka. That's all about to change though. January 2026 sees Saka finalizing a new 5-year contract that will run until 2031 and pay him £300,000 per week. £300,000 per week. That's £15.6 million per year, and approximately £80 million total over 5 years, and he'll become Arsenal's highest paid player, despite having 4 goals in 19 Premier League matches this season. I'm putting my credibility on the line with this take. Arsenal is making a massive bet that the Saka who scored 16 Premier League goals 2 seasons ago will return, not the Saka who has 4 goals in 19 matches right now. The resolution, putting that salary in perspective, means comparing it to Jack Grealish at Manchester City, who cost £100 million and won the treble while earning similar money. Saka will still earn less than Salah, Haaland, but those 3 players have actually won major trophies and dominated at the highest level for years. 2 community shields is what Saka has won. This is going to be unpopular, but the overrated argument doesn't claim Saka is bad. Overrated relative to how he's discussed, how much he's paid, and what he's actually won is the argument. And when you look at those 3 things together, the case becomes harder to dismiss. So here's the truth. Right now, based on current form and trophy record, Bukayo Saka is overrated. 4 goals in 19 Premier League matches this season, never won a major trophy as a contributing player, lost every final he's ever played in, 3 consecutive seasons finishing second with Arsenal, 2 consecutive Euro finals lost with England, a goal-scoring decline over 3 straight years, and a 74% decrease in touches in the opponent's box compared to 2 seasons ago. Those aren't the numbers of an elite superstar, but rather the numbers of a very good player who hasn't taken the next step, and who might never take that next step. Here's where I need your opinion. Does Bukayo Saka deserve to be Arsenal's highest paid player at £300,000 per week? Or is this contract going to look terrible in 2 years? Drop your answer in the comments right now. I'll reply to the best takes. £80 million over 5 years is what Arsenal is betting that the next step is coming. Maybe they're right, and Saka will hit his prime at 26 and become the 20 goals per season winger that Arsenal needs him to be. Maybe he'll score the goal that wins Arsenal their first Premier League title since 2004. Or maybe he's just a very good player who's been overhyped because he's likable, homegrown, and English. Maybe he's a player whose best seasons are already behind him at age 24. Remember how I started this video? Bukayo Saka is about to become Arsenal's highest paid player at £300,000 per week, but he has 4 goals in 19 Premier League matches and has never won a major trophy as a contributing player. Now you understand why the overrated label fits. Until he actually wins something, until he actually delivers in a final, until he actually justifies that £300,000 per week salary with elite goal-scoring numbers, the question will continue to hang over him. Is Bukayo Saka really that good, or have we all just convinced ourselves he is because we want him to be? That's the truth about Bukayo Saka. If you enjoyed this breakdown, check out my Vinicius Jr. Crisis video on screen right now. Drop your next player analysis request below. I'm Marcus Reed. This is GoalLine Drama. See you next time.